We're here with our first game of the day. I'm currently up to 877. We're against an 892, so we're looking to close in on the 900. So normal opening, pawns out, supported by the knights. They attack my knight with their bishop. So I'm going to bring my bishop to defend the centre so that if they take my knight, I can take back, knowing that my pawn is still protected. They push around and pawn, no worries, I'll develop the other knights. They bring the queen, okay, still doesn't really bother me, so now I'll try and kick the bishop. They take, I can take back. They come with the other pawn, so we could just trade, but equally I could add extra supporting with my queen, which I think I'll do. I'll force them to damage their pawn structure. They come with a bishop, but I'll develop my bishop for the extra central protection. They bring a random knight in, no worries. So now I'll push another pawn. So either way I'm protected. They take, I can take straight back, absolutely fine. So I've got both their bishops, they've got both my knights. So it could be an interesting game. They take, we'll take again. And of course, if they take with the knight, I can take straight back with the queen. So everything is nice and protected. So they come with the knight, so they're doubling up the attack on that bishop. So if I protect my bishop again with a pawn, it eliminates that threat. They castle, I'll do the same thing. Now they take, I can take back again. They push down to support that pawn, no worries. I'll bring the rook in, see if they're up for a trade, which they are, lovely stuff. Now they bring their other rook. Doesn't really affect me too much, so I'll just push up and hit with a check. They have to move, so I'll take the free pawn. Nice, and now we're just up on material. They take with the knight, but obviously that's just hanging, so I'll take that and I'm +3. They're taking an awfully long time with their moves as well, down to 1 minute on the clock, so I'm not sure what's going on, but as they're down to 1 minute and I'm now +3, I don't see why I shouldn't convert this. And they time out. Okay, well, we'll take the win. I don't know quite what happened there. They just stopped playing, really, but look, first game down, first win, we'll take it. For our second game, we've got Sebastian. I'm playing with the black pieces. Let's see what he comes out with. Bit of a strange pawn attack he's coming out with here, but I'm going to stick to my usual. Pawns, knights, get the centre. Of course, I'm free to push here, because if he takes like so, I can either take with the knight or just offer a nice early queen swap. Which, you know what, I'm going to do. Let's have a queenless chess match. See how this goes down. He attacks it, I can move out the way. Again, his pawns, I'm really not sure what he's going for here. But if I push the outer one, I can then target b5, hopefully. Which he allows. There we go, kick the bishop out. Develop my pawns, nice. Keep pushing, because obviously I'm protected by the knight. He doesn't take it, so I'll take. Oh, I did not see this coming. Oh no, okay, so he's taken the knight and forked my king and rook. He's not going to take that. No, okay, so he's currently +7 after, oh gosh. Okay, well, let's take there, and he takes back, okay. Right, can we turn this around? You know what they say, never give up. Keep moving forward. Let's see what we can do. Let's just develop, castle, attacking the bishop. He comes up, and here you go. Someone has to fork both bishops. Fork, pin. I always get those confused. Pin the bishops. He takes, I can take. He moves out the way. Now I get the rook. Nice. Okay, so it's a lot more even than it was. It's only +4 now. Bring the bishop to safety, because obviously if he moved that knight then I'd have been in trouble. He attacks here, so I mean, can I just pile some pressure on and see if he wants to take? Which he does, okay. And I mean, it gives my king an escape square, so it's not all bad. Okay, he just pushes a pawn, so now I'm thinking, can I hit with the rook and target perhaps the weak knight and pawn? He blocks, but we get the pawn. Okay, he moves out, and now if I take here, alright, it doesn't look like a great move because I've only taken the pawn, but if he takes, then I get the free knight. So I've just swapped my bishop for a knight and a pawn. So we are slowly clawing back on material, which he accepts. Okay, so it's only +2 now. I mean, so he's basically just one piece up. He gets the pawn, I mean, I can hit and check and also take a pawn. Yeah, 2 can play at that game. Okay. He moves down, and I'm now thinking, right, we'll get that pawn, and now my 2 pawns on the edge here have a clear runway to turn into queens, providing I can avoid being checkmated. I still definitely see the advantages with him. I mean, look where his king is. He can bring his knight down, bring like his rook into it. But, you know, if I try and defend that pawn, I mean, okay, we'll try and defend the pawn. But I'm really just thinking, can I now just run to the other side of the board without him stopping me? If so, this would be a hell of a comeback. And he doesn't seem in any rush to try and prevent me. I'm a bit confused here. He's not hitting me in checks, and he's not stopping my pawn. I'm a bit confused. He's just going to allow me to make a queen. And there's a queen. You're no way. Sorry, so I'm now +6 because he's just let me make a queen. Okay, so hit him in check. He moves. I mean, the simplest thing is just keep hitting checks, surely. So we'll hit in check again. He moves. And that's literally mate. That's mate. I mean, what an absolute comeback that is. I mean, he was, what, +7? And we've brought it back to a +6 checkmate. I mean, wow, we will take that. We're here with game 3 against a 935 rated player. So we're going to push out with the pawn, same as always. Knights to follow. He's replicating everything I do here. Okay, I'm going to bring the bishop in. Although I'm now realising if he pushes the pawn to d4, he forks both my pieces, so we'll win either the bishop or the knight. That was a mistake, but he misses it and takes the pawn. Okay, brilliant. So we'll take back, trade the knights, trade the queens. He brings a bishop, I bring my bishop, he defends. No worries, I push the pawns so I can then develop my other bishop. But he threatens me, so I just make the trade. Equal material. Castle to safety. He brings a bishop down, so I attack his bishop, force a trade. He takes a free pawn. Okay, fair enough. And now he's attacking my rook. I'm thinking if I take the pawn here, and he takes the rook, my next move forks both his rooks. I'm now realising my next move does not fork both his rooks, and I was a square off. So I'll just sacrifice my rook for absolutely nothing. Okay. Well, that was a mistake. I mean, okay, at least I can take the bishop and still defend my... Okay, that was a mistake. That was silly. Okay, let's just try and get the pawns up there. See if I can get the king into the game. No, he's attacking it from 2 sides. But okay, I think if we move... So I've either got to basically sacrifice the rook or the knight. I'm thinking if I move the knight out the way here, he can take the knight with his king, but then I win the rook. So he's probably going to take my rook, but then I can definitely fork his king and his rook, which he does. Okay, so now we'll fork it, take it. So he's definitely up. He's got a rook, I've got a knight, but you never know. He attacks the pawn. I try to shuffle myself around. Defend my pawn while attacking his rook. He moves. Okay, so we'll recenter a guy. I mean, this is a difficult position. There's not a lot I can do against a rook, really. Unless he walks into a fork. But it's not looking good. Almost. This is a pretty sad ending to the game, I've got to say. All because I thought I was forking both his rooks when I wasn't. Okay, and he sacrifices a rook, but he makes a queen. I mean, that's even worse. Oh, I think this is going to end very shortly. Okay, is there anything I can do? No, there is not. And now he's going to make another queen. Can I get stalemate, hopefully? No, okay, that's checkmate. Okay, I mean, I had that coming. That's an unfortunate ending. But, you know, we had some good games. Up until now. 2 wins, 1 loss. That's not too bad.